Okay, enough. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode, the 5th episode of Wow People. And my co-host, Sophia Maioli's here with us.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. Can we just talk about really quick last week's disaster? I mean, there was the whole thing about trying to get online. I couldn't get online. It made me late. Then your end, everything was just crazy.
Yeah.
It made it. Listen, this week, who is it that I'm with? BIOS made some extra money for me because I upgraded like all of my Wi-Fi, like to the.
Yeah.
I thought I had a good thing before. I have super fast now. It's just like. So I mean, if we get knocked off today, I mean that was I couldn't even sleep like for the next days. I was just like, oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It just. I don't handle disaster well. That's the first world problem. I can't get online. But anyway, never mind. Just really quick, I want to thank my guests last week, Michael Gray, Nissan Stewart. I mean, they hung in there with us, did they not? When it was all just to pieces. It was just like, I was like, oh my God, at what point are these guys just gonna go, yeah, I'm out of here. Get your act together, kid. But so they hung in there with us and it was amazing. But tonight, and the only reason why I didn't put on my glitter gown is because it's in the dry cleaner. Let me tell you. But because Maysa is here. I'm so excited. So I mean, I feel really special because in my mind, we're really good friends. I think we're good friends, like sister friends. We've been friends for a long time. We've worked together and things like that. And I hope she knows, and I'll tell her when she comes on, that if she ever needs anything, she can always call me. I'm always here. I'm going to be like, here for the rest of our lives. But I don't want to hold you much longer, but I just want to do a little quick plug and talk about my latest single, Over and Over, which already is like #1 in the pre-orders. And I'm so grateful. All these songs. Good. No, all these songs have been coming out back to back, and people have just been so supportive and showing me so much love, and Michael Gray so much love, that I feel like I finally met my like kind of musical sort of, my, what do you call that? Soulmate, my musical soul. So I'll play a little clip for you guys. I just was playing around downstairs in my kitchen area. So I want you to hear the song with me goofing around. It's like 30 seconds. Okay, try it.
Hold on.
Are we having this issue again like last week?
Yeah, hold on.
No, we're not. We're not having this issue again, Sophia. We're not. Okay, never mind. Forget it. We'll play it in the end. I don't want to make people wait any longer for Maysa because I can't wait. I'm like popping out of my chair. So let's bring her right in. Let's not wait. Oh, hold on a second. I want to first thank everybody for tuning in tonight. So far, we have Tony L and Russ and Teresa and Stephanie's here and Suzanne. And I just want to thank you all for tuning in tonight and supporting what I'm doing and being here for Maysa as well. So here we go. Without further ado, introducing Miss Maysa.
When did I start loving you this much? When did I start loving you this much? How did it get here? Can't pinpoint when I started catching feelings. One thing is very clear, I got 'em, and the way I feel inside 'em, gone. Felt like it happened overnight, when I really started needing you in my life. But I swear it feels so right to me. It's where I wanna be. When did all this happen? When did I start loving you this much? When did I?
Yes! No clapping! Clap yourself!
That's so nice. It made me cry, girl. That's
Yes!
nice.
Maysa is here.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh. like I have such a love for you and your voice and what you do, and so much respect. You know, from
Same
one
here.
vocalist to another. Before I even knew you, I loved you.
Oh,
As crazy as that sounds, like
oh,
I always have loved your voice, and the sound that you have is distinctively Mesa.
thank you,
Welcome,
babe. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. There's my
welcome.
girl, my incognito sister.
That is true. I mean, I'm wondering, I think if we didn't come together through that, eventually we would have found each other anyway. You know,
Absolutely.
I had found you before you found me, because
Okay.
before I even like got into Incognito, I had heard the record, I bought it, and I loved the sound, and I was like, who is this woman? And it was just, your voice is like a kind of like a cognac meets honey, just a drip, like a sweet. I know you heard that before. You're laughing like, I know. So,
My
I
voice,
mean,
anytime anybody says anything about my voice that's in a positive way, I appreciate it so much because this is, it's been a long journey. This is 30 years in this year. So it's just been a beautiful ride.
but you know
Mhm.
what though? Even though it's 30 years, it doesn't. I know for me, it doesn't feel like 30 years.
Yeah,
Whatever
right.
you're doing always feels new to me, fresh to
Oh,
me. It never feels like a stale kind of. You never bring it like you're always doing something that's exciting. You're always working with exciting people. I mean, let's just talk about your fragrance.
oh yeah, the fragrance. Yeah, it's almost sold out now. It's we've had it for a while. I started it with my album Back to Love. I named the perfume Back to Love, and the men's cologne is called Unforgettable Man. And I designed them years ago. My friend Walter Beasley, Walter Beasley, saxophone player,
I
he
do. I
encouraged me to
do.
do so many things. And when I said, I want to start a fragrance line, he was like, "Go for it, Mesa, because it's good to, to spread your wings and not just do one thing in this business." And so I did it, and I called a company, and I Googled just Google. I called a company one day. I said, how much would it cost for me to start a perfume and a cologne? And the lady said, "Well, we have a 25,000 bottle minimum." And I was like, okay, I can't start that. So then she said, well, there's a lady that does 1,000 bottles. And I said, okay, I can probably afford that. And so I called her and we started. She sent me all these different notes, these little vials of scents. And I
Mhm.
mixed them together, put them on cotton balls and put them in a plastic bag and let them sit for a while. Came back and mixed them and everything. And I came up with my formulas for both of these. And they've been so well.
They smell
Unfortunately,
terrific.
yeah, she went out of business, so I can't make any more of her. So I have to figure out how to do my next thing. So I'm working on that now.
Yeah, but you gave me, I don't know if you remember, we met
Mhm.
in Harlem a couple years
Uh-huh.
ago by chance. I was doing something, you were there. It was just
Okay.
like, oh my God, what are we doing here? And you were like, oh my God, here's my perfume. And you gave it to me, and I felt so special. I really did. I was like,
Good.
Lisa gave me her perfume. I got a
You
perfume.
did.
So it was amazing.
Thank you,
But
babe.
when you're trying to put a fragrance together like that, what is it that you want to smell?
Well, I mean, I love see my thing is anything that smells like linen and clean smell and soap and that kind of thing. So um that clean linen smells my thing. Citrus is my thing. The perfume smells has like a mandarin
Mm.
so
Mhm,
I get by the notes. I can't even remember the notes. It's been so long, but I
mhm.
know it's definitely mandarin. Definitely, there's no vanilla in mine. I don't like vanilla too much, but
Ah,
yeah, it's strange. A lot of perfumes have vanilla in it, but I didn't put it in mine. So even with the cologne, it's have a woodsy scent, woodsy and citrus scent. So,
yeah,
but I plan on doing some more very soon.
so in a man, like in a male smell, is that I'm
Mhm.
saying that wrong, in a male
In
smell, in a
the
masculine, in a
mas
masculine, a male smell. In
in
a
the male
masculine,
scale.
what are you
Yeah.
looking for, like in a male smell?
Oh, look, I love any kind of woodsy, like woodsy and citrus mixed together. Oh my
Like a
god.
lumberjack?
Yeah, lumberjack is all right with me, baby. I'm good with lumberjacks, all right? Yeah, like that.
You know
Yeah,
what's
anything
crazy?
sweaty, a sweaty man is something else if he smells good.
I What are we drinking there? What is that?
Ice water, terrible.
Oh,
I'm not supposed
sweet.
to
Like,
drink ice water.
yeah.
Singers aren't supposed to drink ice water, but I don't care.
No, I love ice water. It's my favorite water.
Mm.
I like the smell. like you, clean, but I really like geraniums too a little bit,
Oh
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of smell of and anything that smells same as you.
Oh yeah, magnolia. Yep, all of that kind of
Yes,
stuff. Yeah,
soapy,
jasmine. Yep.
clean,
Mm-hmm.
fresh, that kind of thing. When people tell me they don't like perfume or cologne, I'm always like, what?
Right, right.
Ow! Like, it's very odd to me. But anyway, we
Yeah.
could talk about that forever. But what I want to talk about, just let's go back into some of the people that you've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Incognito, everybody knows, Angela Bofill, Will Downing, Jonathan Butler, Layla Hathaway, tons of
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
and your history is so rich.
Uh-huh.
What is your takeaway from all of these, wonderful artists that you've been, working with for
Wow.
so many years?
It's just been a major blessing of people that I've been able to work with. It's amazing to me because I remember when I was a kid and my parents' basement floor trying to figure out how I'm going to make it from there to the stage and where people would know me and all this stuff. So to all these people a lot of these people I listened to coming up and to work with them it was just an amazing dream come true. So I was very blessed and very blessed this whole time.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I get that. I totally get that. Do you ever have those pinch yourself moments that it's just kind of like,
Oh yeah,
what?
when I met Quincy Jones at the National African American Museum, um, we did a set there, and he was on the other side of the museum, and he heard my set, and he asked somebody to walk him over to. They brought him
Wow.
over to my side of the stage.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
amazing, and for him to say, "Yo, you sound good, girl. You sound good," I was like, "Oh my god, okay, I'm
You
done
know,
now."
I got to meet him a couple of years ago. He came to the show to Dancing with the Stars,
Mhm.
and
Oh
and
yeah.
I was after the show. One of the ladies that works along with him, that works with us,
Mhm.
um, brought me over to meet him, and I was really shy about it because some people don't know I'm actually really shy, and I was just
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, like, what do I say to Quincy, and not like gush all over myself because that would be me. So I did sit by and I introduced myself, and he said, oh, you sound great tonight, blah blah blah, and he started telling me that he speaks like 6 different languages, and he started, you know,
Wow. Wow.
speaking to me in Spanish and everything.
Oh,
And
I
then
didn't even know.
he started telling me about like how he worked with all the greats. And he was like, oh,
Mm.
I worked with this one and that one, back in the day. And that was amazing to listen to. So I do have a photo around there somewhere of us, and me and my crazy eyes because I was so in awe. I was like,
I know.
that dumb look.
That's how I figured it looks too. It's like, oh.
I know, but I also want to get into you're a Grammy nominated artist. Some art
Man, I
that's like
can't believe it,
many
girl.
artists' biggest dream.
Look, it's been mine since I was a kid. And I always had this thing. I would just wanted the nomination. I didn't even get to the winning part. I just wanted the nomination. And so uh when it came true, I don't know, I'm still pinching myself. It was amazing. The
How
whole
do you
thing.
get that news? How does that news? I've never experienced that. So how do you even
Oh,
get
you
that
will.
news?
You will. Um, the I think the president, or I think that she was the president of the DC chapter of the Grammys, called me, and I was giving my son's birthday party, and she said, "Hey, Maysa," and I saw her name. I just didn't think it was. I didn't think anything of it. It's like, oh, somebody's calling me from DC chapter. Okay, so I
Mhm.
knew the Grammys nomination was out that night, but I was just not thinking about it. I was thinking about my son's birthday party. There's so much going on. And she called. She said, "Mason, I just want to let you know you've been nominated for a Grammy." And I just lost my mind, screaming, and the kids came running in the room, like wondering what's going on. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's amazing. I do have a European Grammy. So I have an
Oh,
Amadeus Award.
nice.
Yeah, Count
Oh,
Basic, and so I do know that experience and getting up there. And I do remember a good lesson that I learned is, um, prepare your speech. I didn't
Yeah.
prepare a speech, and I just went up there and was winging it because I wanted to be very natural and organic, and that's the biggest mistake I could have ever made. Was because I have a potty mouth, and I didn't want to come across as like the dirty American, which was what I probably came off as. I didn't know that we were going to win, and we won. And when I got up there, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so effing. This is effing unbelievable. And then I was like, and then afterwards,
Okay.
oh,
Well,
did you,
honey, I was sitting there, and I tell you, when they called my category, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, God, I can't do. I can't take it. I can't take it. I
oh
can't
my
take it. It was taking so long to say the names. I was like, come on, for goodness sake, just say this name, please, whoever it is.
And the winner
I
is
was like, it was Gary Clark Jr. Gary some Jr. I think Gary Clark Jr. I was like, what? But no,
oh
it's
my
all
goodness.
good. I had such a good time. It was just so fun to be there, and the whole experience. And my son went with me, and my best friend and my nephew, and so it was fun. And my friends, they came out and supported me too. So we had a good time out there at the time. It was fun.
Wow. But you did get the Centric
Soul
Award on
Train, yeah, the
BET.
Century Award, yeah.
Right.
So Soul
So
Train.
where's that? Can you show us that? You have that in the kitchen
I
there?
don't have it with me. It's oh man, I have a picture of it on my website. As soon as you go on my website, you can
Oh
see
my
it. But I
goodness.
have yeah, I got the stuff. It's in storage. Everything I put in storage. But I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring it out one day. Find a special cabinet to put it in. But yeah,
Wow.
that was amazing. I went there that night. I mean, to find out, my friend of mine lived in Atlanta. He was a photographer named Gary Berman, and he said to me, he said, Maysa, hey, you're nominated for a Soul Train Award. I was like, shut up, man, I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, look, I'm showing you the paper. We're in the paper. I'm reading the paper now. And I was like, whoa, really? So we went down there and had all that, all that thing. Got down there, and apparently they were supposed to give me the award on the red carpet, but I didn't have a publicist, so I didn't know. I just showed up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got the tickets and I showed up, and so that didn't
Right.
happen. So we went inside, and they did the category
Mm-hmm.
inside, and I saw the nominees come up, and I saw my face, and everybody clapped, a little bit, and I was like, oh well, it was fun. I was like, this was fun, Gary. And then they showed winner Mason. I was like, what? And
Oh
I didn't know
God.
what to do. I was like, okay,
Oh my
and it wasn't like
God.
what you go up and get the award or anything. So I just sat in my chair, like, okay, I don't know what is going on. And so they should have took me
That's
about 2 months
amazing.
later.
That's amazing. And what song
Mhm.
was that for?
Quiet. No, the that was just what was that? That was just the Centric Award. That one, the
Mm.
Centric Soul Award.
Well, on that
Yeah.
note, on that note, I do want to show a video of you, which I love. I want to play that song of you, "Keep It Moving," featuring
Oh
Stokely.
wow, cool.
Please. Hey.
I grabbed your lines, been hanging all this time, 'cause I want to believe all the things you said to me. But less words, more deeds. This is what I like to see. Yeah, I hear you talking, but I'd rather see the walking. Know your game is kind of strong, alright, but I ain't your baby boy. Oh no, let me make it crystal clear. Oh baby, this I know you need to hear. If you try to wait too long, you'll left up and find me gone. Ain't no thing where I come from. Gotta keep it moving, carry on.
Hold on. I mean what I say. You're with me every day, even when I'm not with you. Your presence is my point of view, yeah. The way I give seems just so oblivious. Pay attention to my love, 'cause I uniquely give my all. I don't know. I don't know. I need to take you to the real. Yeah. Recognize this too was my reply.
Woo! That's amazing.
Thank you, honey. I had a good time doing it. My best friend, Troy Burton, directed that video, and we just did it. You know, a lot of my videos are we call it guerrilla style, where we don't get any. We just run and do the city with the cameras and just do stuff without
Yeah,
any permits or anything. But they
yeah.
turned out to be successful. That one, Inside My Dream. We
Mhm.
did what's the other ones we did? A couple more songs we did. But yeah, I enjoyed doing the videos.
You
It's
know what
kind of
though? What I like about you guys' voice together, I think it's just a beautiful blend that you have
hmm
together.
Yeah.
And I also like anything else you do. Like, you have anything else coming up with him?
I'm gonna call him for my album. I'm getting up the courage to call again. you know, I'm just gonna because I already asked him for one. He's came through so greatly on that one. I know he's busy, so I'm gonna try to ask him to do something
But
else.
everybody loves you. Like,
Oh,
and I'm saying this because when I was, with Incognito for a lot of time, like there was a period of time that I was with them like for 5 straight years, all the
mhm.
tours, da, 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 da. And whenever I went anywhere, they were like, "Where's Mesa?" Where's Mesa? And I was like, "Well, it's just me tonight." and
Oh
whatever
man.
other girls were there on that night, whether it was Sarah Brown or
Mhm.
whoever it was going to be that night, it was like that. I mean, and any big festival too. I'd like who did I run into? Like I think it was what are those guys? They all sing harmony together. The
Take six.
Take Six. I was going to say
Mhm.
Six Pieces.
Okay.
Six Pieces. I saw Take Six, and they were like, "Hey, you're with Incognito, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, where's Mesa?" And I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry." only time I could say, "Oh, she's in the next room," is that time, like when you and I were in London together, or in
yeah.
Japan together. That I was
Yeah.
really happy to just be like, "Oh, she's right there," because to break the news to them that you weren't there was just like, I gotta say this again.
I
She's
said, "Oh,
not here today.
really?"
So, I mean, really. As a
Mm.
Baltimore native, though, what is the music scene there? And when you were coming up, like, how did you navigate your way through it? And then I know some of the story of how you came to be with Incognito, but I would love it if you shared that story for the people that don't know that.
Well, the music scene in Baltimore, I didn't really. Well, I did a little bit of. I did some jazz stuff with the group called Granger. They were the first people first guys who hired me to sing live, and we did shows at the Jazz Closet. I don't know if Baltimore people remember that's an old little teeny. It really was the size of like this teeny tiny place, and um and it was great though. It was great atmosphere, great music, great food, great everything. So that was the place to go to, on the weekend. So it started there, but I wasn't really into anything else. Mostly the music in my home. My mother and father played such great music my whole life.
Mm,
That's where my education, musical education, started with them.
mhm,
And then of course, I wanted to be a singer from such a young age that, yeah, and I went through high school, junior high school, and plays and doing choir and all that kind of stuff. And then when
mhm,
I got to Morgan State University, and I was on the Morgan State choir, uh, I met my best friend Kim Brewer, and she went out to LA about a year after we met, and she
mhm,
decided she got an audition with Stevie Wonder, and she passed the audition. Then about a year later, they came to Baltimore to do a tribute to Martin Luther King, and she asked him could I audition, and I auditioned for him, which was the hardest thing, Kelly. Man,
How do you
it was
what you
hard.
think? What did you do? Sing one of his songs or one of your
No, I
own?
had to sing scales. So he had his computer set up in the conference room, his keyboard set up in the conference room, and I was asked to sing the scales. I mean, all the modes, just everything you can think of. And then he had Kim's counter, like do a counter thing with me. So I had to sing my scales with her countering me and all that kind of stuff. It was college level. It's really crazy stuff. And so
Mhm,
after that, I asked him could I come to LA a year later, because I wanted to
mhm,
finish my degree. And when I
mhm,
did, he was working on the Jungle Fever project, and that's why I got a
mhm.
chance to sing that on the background on that album.
I
When
didn't
I
know
was
that.
I
Mm.
sing on yeah, I sing on these three words, sweet and simple. I sang that.
Stop it.
On I
Oh
go
my God.
sailing, I go sailing. That's me on the end of that.
Mm,
So yeah, so I did that and so a couple other things, and
beautiful.
I was on that. Then Stevie went on a big world tour, and because I was new, I didn't get a chance to go on that tour. So I had to get jobs, and I worked
Mm-hmm.
at the warehouse in L.A. I mean, in
Mm-hmm.
North Hollywood. I worked at the Make Company, which is like Macy's. I worked. I taught voice. I had a girl group. I was managing a girl group. I did everything for. This was in a 3 month span, and then
Mm-hmm.
uh, one of Stevie's singers, Bridget Bryant. Uh, you know her from singing with Phil Collins and all those people. So
Mm-hmm.
she was singing with this producer named Steve Harvey, a drummer from Scotland, and she asked him. He needed a jazz singer, and she thought I would be best suited for this song. So she sent me to do the song. I developed a relationship with him and started doing some work with him. And then he called me one day and said that his best friend in London was looking for a singer, a new American singer, because they had just had a big hit with Jocelyn Brown, and so they
Mm-hmm.
wanted an American focal point for the band. And so he
Mm-hmm.
sent him a list of names, and Bluey called back and asked him which one of these people would you leave your kids to. And so Steve put my name first on the list, and that's why Bluey called me. Bluey called me one day. I called out sick for work. I came home sick from work, and he called me that day, and we had long discussion about music, and I sang for him over the phone. And then the next day, Stephen King, his manager, called me, and
Yes,
and
I remember
yeah, he called. It's like all these people had these celebrity names, Stephen
Stephen King.
King,
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey. Yeah, so he called me and he said, "Yeah, you got the gig. We're going to fly you to London in a few weeks," and that's it. That's how it happened.
Wow. That's
It's
a great
amazing.
story. I mean, my story is similar and it kind of happened in a kind of same way.
Mhm,
This is after you, and I
mhm,
guess you'd gone on to do some of your solo things, which I
mhm.
think is the world is grateful for, you know, because you need that. You do need that. You have a different,
Mhm.
things you want to express yourself. And it's really cool to be able to do both of those things.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
And I feel like whenever we do that as lead vocalists, we always come back to the group with even more. We add
Yeah.
more value after.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Those
I think so.
experiences we have way more to bring to the table then.
Oh, yeah.
But it was kind of the same. You know, I heard it through somebody, a friend of mine, percussionist who's still my percussionist today, Danny Sedanic had called and said, "Hey, do you know Incognito?" I was like, "Do I know Incognito?" Yes, I do. And then he was like, "Oh, they're looking for a new singer for a new album they're working on. I don't know what." And then Bluey called me, and I had to sing over the phone
Oh,
whatever
well.
song it was that he had in mind for me to do,
Mhm.
and same kind of thing. And I got flown to London and spoke to Stephen King and all that. And then when I
Mhm.
got there, I was like, "Where's Maysa?" I'm kidding. I was like, but anyway, I thought she was gonna be here too. But in
No,
any case, I mean, and so I think it's great. I think that that band, and it's had so many musicians and so many great singers, but
absolutely.
and this is no slight on anybody, but the voice is always going to be Masa's voice.
Aw.
That's the
Thank
that
you.
is the foundation, if you will, to me, of like, when you say that, that's the voice everybody straight away, like,
Yeah.
you
That's
know what I mean?
great.
Right dress.
That's amazing.
And on that note,
You
I want to play one of
oh,
your
long
other
time.
songs. I want to that rendition you have of "I Can't Help It." I
Mm.
absolutely
Aw,
love.
thank you, babe.
Take us home. Good night, family. Looking in my mirror took me by surprise. I can't help but see you running often through my mind, helpless like a baby, sensual disguise. I can't help but love you, boy. It's getting better all the time. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it.
I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. No, no, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. No, no. So I did a thing. Oh yeah. Love to run my fingers softly while you sigh. Love came and possessed you, bringing sparkles to your eyes. Woo! The trip to heaven. Heaven is the prize. And I'm so glad I found you, baby. You're an angel in disguise. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. No, no, can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I couldn't help it. No, no.
Yeah. Woo! We could go on and on with that one. That was beautiful.
Thank you, sweetie.
You know what, Maysa? What I want to let people know, not, your talent is amazing. And, but I want people to know what a good heart you have too. What a great person you are also. And I know that. And I remember, I don't want to get all emotional, but that's easy for me. I'm always crying. But I remember when my mother had passed and she had breast cancer, and I put together my breast cancer foundation, and you came down and you sang, and it was you and I and Karen Bernard, and Bluey had given us the blessing, like, go ahead, you guys, can do what you're going to do. And I really appreciated that. But you and Karen and taking the time, that says a lot about people's character. You don't, you didn't come for a check or anything like that. You were just like, where do I need to be? Tell me what you need from me, and blah, blah, blah. And that is just, people need to know your heart also,
Thank you.
how you go above and beyond for people that you care about. Which leads me to your son, Jazz.
Oh boy, my angel.
Yeah. So, I know that he's into photography and film and that kind of thing. Can you just tell us more about him? Is he following in your footsteps?
Well, I heard Jazz sing like almost 10 years ago now. I heard him sing, maybe not that long, but I heard him sing one day, and I just like lost it. And I should have been quiet about it, but I made a big deal. And he won't sing in front of me, but he has a beautiful baritone voice. But he won't. I can't get him to sing anymore. But he loves music. He makes a lot of music, makes beats with his friends and all that stuff with rappers and all that kind of thing. But his love is a big love also is photography and videography. And so he's about to graduate with honors from college on May 27th, which is amazing to me because Jazz was we had a hard time with his middle school, elementary and middle school, because he was always going on the road with me, and I couldn't just leave him home. Even though my mom she's my other angel. She took care of him really well for me, but there were times we just could not separate. And so I took him a lot with me on the road. And so, so when he got to college though, he really started to shine. And so I'm proud of him. And so, he's just a beautiful son. He's just a beautiful human being. He, of course, everybody knows he was born in Japan at 25 weeks. My water broke while I was on stage and all that kind of drama. And so, it was crazy. And so, we were at the Blue Note in Tokyo, in Osaka. And
does he have dual citizenship?
I don't think so. I think we missed that one because when he was born, I was kind of crazy. And I want everybody to know he was American. He's American. He's American. I didn't want any stuff, we had a lot of paperwork to fill out. And it was such a whirlwind of greatness and happiness and sadness and craziness all at the same time. So I just made sure that he was American. So he has a certificate that says he's American born in Japan.
Oh, wow.
I citizenship. I think you had to do that before you're 18. But we got to find out because I think he wants it. He really wants it.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I think so. I love everything about Japan. You have to have dual citizenship. I think that's a really cool one to have. Some dual citizenship with.
They definitely
Is he
was
home
doing it.
now? Is he there in the house? Is he
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
kitchen?
He's doing his he's going to do finals. I think he's doing finals. Yeah.
Well,
So
if you want to bug him later before you go and ask him if you
okay.
want to come say hi to everybody, that'll
Okay, I will.
be amazing.
I will. I'll text him actually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so it's amazing how, he's just been a joy. Never had a problem. My son has been the light
Hmm.
is so bright. Is that bright light? Looks like it's too
It's
bright.
fine. It's fine. But before we run out of time, I just want to talk about, your new music coming out in 2022. And I want to talk about your label, Blue Velvet Soul Records, and how great it is to be a woman pioneering and doing your own thing. Can you tell everybody
Wow.
about that?
It's amazing. It's in 2018 I decided to go on my own to do my own records, own myself. I wanted to create a legacy for my son and my future grandchildren and other kids in the family that my godchildren. I want them to have mailbox money. I want them to
Hmm.
not stress about life. I want them to enjoy their lives. I want them to learn how to take care of themselves. I do want that, but I
Hmm.
want them to have a backup. I want them to have something
Hmm.
that they can fall on and they don't have to struggle. You know,
Hmm.
and struggle through life because it's not having money. Of course, everybody knows it's kind of hard. So
Hmm.
not that you can't enjoy life without money, but still, I want my son to really experience life where he it's not hard, super hard. So that's what my goal, and I hope that that's what I
I
hope to
get
happen.
that. I get that. And a couple of weeks back we were talking about that, how I had been doing the indie thing for so many years. I'd started with my own little label, I think like the early 90s, and I was just, printing I had two CD makers, and I was printing everything, putting it in plastic itself, and
Right.
I'm doing area handing them out in the streets of New York. I mean, I'm really hustling my butt off, to do it as an indie artist. And at a
Yeah.
time when I would tell people that, it would just seem like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm doing this. And why don't you just go get a record deal? And I was like, well, yeah, well, yeah, yeah. I never thought about that. It never dawned on me. I might be able to
Right.
get one of those,
Right.
so but here we are today, and we
Mhm.
have these platforms like what we have now, which I think is really great because, and then I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think
Mhm.
that's great. I love the fact that I get to do what I'm doing now because people like you, who I consider my friend, I thought I knew your career, but then it's making me dig into your career, and I'm learning all these fascinating things about you and everybody, and it's amazing. So, oh, is he here?
Right. Yes, yeah. Just go say hi.
Hey, guys! Yeah. Oh, how adorable is he? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
he looks just like
so
Thomas, don't he?
cutesy. Just so cuter,
Yeah.
cuter. He's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So,
You tell Maysa
mm,
too. Yeah.
ah,
So it's real
so
cool.
what
No.
can we expect? I'm sorry.
Go.
I'll wait. That's
No.
okay.
So they got these turn on the lights on for me. So sorry.
Uh, everybody's
Yeah.
saying hi to Jazz. Hi, Jazz.
Say hey.
Oh, he's so sweet and he's so cute. What can we expect on your new CD? Look at me, CD. I'm
Oh,
bringing it back.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to. I'm trying to go so many different places. Like I'm this during this pandemic. But before the pandemic started, when we were coming into the 2020, this is the year I wanted to express myself and say, look everybody, let's pull together and let's enjoy the rest of our lives. Let's just enjoy this. Let's stop all the hatred and the racism and all that terrible stuff, and let's just have a good time. So I wanted to express that through dance music, through spiritual, uh, I should say spiritually toned music, where you can feel it. Like you just close your eyes and you can feel where I'm coming from. You can feel the music take you to different places. So I think it's going to be like half of it's going to be a dance record, and half of it's going to be, and other maybe a third is going to be love songs, and the third is going to be just some more kind of mid tempo things. So we'll see. I'm in this frame of mind, this kind of earth and the universe and almost like an earth, wind, and fire kind of energy. It's like a that's
Mm-hmm.
who I am. Just want that kind of energy for the next record.
It's a beautiful place to be. And what I've been doing, like, I don't know if you've been keeping up with anything I've been releasing these days. Everything that I'm releasing is fun. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yep,
dancy and upbeat, and because
yep,
that is where I am. And
yeah,
I feel like the world has enough angst. We have enough people telling us what to do, enough people telling
yeah.
us what not to do. There's enough going on that I don't need to worry about that lane. I could stay
Right,
in the happy lane and just try
right,
to make
right.
music that I think sounds fun, and I think something um about being more mature in as
Yep.
artists too. There isn't that, for me, I know I could speak for myself, there's not that need to necessarily I'm not trying to wow anybody with wowing vocals or anything like that, or like,
Mhm.
oh, look at all the notes I can hit, look at how many runs I
Right,
can do.
right.
I'm
No.
not That's not what
Oh
my
my
goal
God,
is. I'm
no.
at
Mm-mm.
all, at all. So
No.
I'm singing and it feels good to me, and I want to. That's
Mhm.
what it is, and leave it there. And I'm leaving out all those. Back in the day, I do like 6 tracks of ad libs, and yeah, I got
Right.
another one in me. I got another one in me. I just want to get in there. Let me
I
wait.
know.
I can hit a higher note. Hold on. It's just like insane. And then I was like, I
Right.
let all that go. Now it's just about just
It's a
mm.
vibe. It's a vibe now. That's what it is. Like
Yeah.
it's like we don't. I don't. I'll be 55 in August, and I just don't feel like um I don't have to compete. Like I don't feel like trying to be something. I just want to exist. I just want to be. And
Yes.
that's how I am now. Like I want to be happy first of all, which I am. Just being happy and just chilling
Mhm.
out and just enjoying my life while I'm here on this earth in this body and and trying to get my body like, back in shape and all that kind of stuff. That's part of it, but for the most part, I just want to be happy and I want everybody around me to be as happy as they can. So I do what I can to help people on that,
Yes.
be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important to me.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. This is what God gave us this the music for. He gave us voices to
Right.
express ourselves and help people through their lives. You know what I mean? So that's a huge honor.
It's an honor and it's a huge blessing. And I'm
Mhm.
so I try, and I know this might sound, oh yeah, sure. But the truth is I really do walk in gratitude. Every
Mhm.
single moment of every day, from the moment I wake up in the morning and I plant my feet, I'm just grateful that I woke up. Then I'm
Yeah.
grateful that I have all my teeth in my mouth. I'm just kidding.
Okay. All
I'm,
right.
I'm being silly. But no, I mean, I'm just really, really grateful for
Right.
every single thing, because I do know what it is like to not have, and I do know what it
Yes.
could be, what it could be,
Yes.
or what it could have
Yeah.
been,
Yeah.
as opposed to what it actually is. So when I
Right.
start trying to, I feel myself going into a place that I think is not productive or conducive to my well-being, I
Yes.
readily snap myself right out of that little toot or
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I don't want any drama. Don't bring me none. I don't
Right.
want to hear about
Right.
it. None of that. I'm not saying, you can't, as a friend, you can't talk to me. I'm not saying that, but I'm
Right.
saying if it's a reoccurring, like, it's just kind of like, okay, you
Right.
just like to live in drama. Some people love that. They feel at home
Right.
and
They
comfortable.
do. They do.
The
And
more
I can't take
dramatic, right? The more
mm-mm.
dramatic, the more comfortable they feel. Like something's wrong.
Mhm.
It's too effing calm here. What's wrong? I need drama.
Right.
I can find some. Anyway, whatever.
And
Hey,
that's
Mesa.
right.
What?
Mhm.
I
Okay, go
talk loud, so you have to
ahead.
stop me. Listen, mira. Well, can you sing a duet with me?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna
Mhm.
need some water.
Me
What do you want to
too.
sing?
Still a friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the words to that, because
Yeah, me too. I had to because
the other
singing,
day,
the music carries me. Like the music helps me remember lyrics.
but
So if
the
I don't
other
have the
day I
music,
was
then I'm like,
reading
oh
something.
God,
But I went on YouTube. I went on YouTube to get some of your videos and to watch some of the things that you
okay.
released. And I saw where you and I had done the we sang something in the breast cancer concert,
Mhm. Oh yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't know some lyrics to something, and somebody went off on me, like on YouTube, like, oh my God, how dare she not know the words?
Oh
Doesn't
yeah.
she know she's standing up there with Maysa and this and that and
Oh
the
yeah.
other? And then somebody came to defend me and was like, oh, Maysa loves Kelly, and you obviously don't know your history because that part sung by man. Kelly never sang that before. Da, 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 da. I was like, thank you, thank you,
Right.
thank
Yeah, people
you.
can be
Somebody
real
have my
funny.
back. I know.
They can really be. I mean, I did a show right after my mom passed, like literally right after my mom passed, and I was singing the Michael Jackson song, and the words just went out my brain, so I just couldn't get it. And when I went to afterwards to sign the signed CDs, the lady walked up to me because I think it was near Gary, Indiana, whatever it was near his hometown, and so she's like, "How dare you come here and not know the words to Michael Jackson songs? You are absolutely disrespectful." I was like, okay, okay,
What?
okay. I just sing to myself, okay, okay. Just to calm myself down because I was like,
That's so
my mother
crazy.
just passed away like a few days ago, like kiss my tail. But I didn't. I was good.
People are outrageous. They say, I don't
I
know.
did say
I've
those
worked on
things
my
to
anger a
my
lot though. I've worked on
Yeah.
my anger because I used to be in this space that um I didn't like it if you people that come up to you and think that they could say whatever they want to say to you.
Right.
And I realized I don't want to find myself in a prison. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna have to learn to just like
Yeah. You got to swallow it.
yeah, and
Got
just like
to.
that's taking a second because it's like,
Yeah.
hmm,
Because
okay.
you want to defend yourself and you want to say, you can't talk to me like that. And though people, a lot of people don't think I don't know. They don't think you're human or something. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird how some people just do. So all these
Mm.
people who think they can say whatever, that's amazing. More power to you. But I'd rather have, like my latest single is called Soft Words, and I like to be around people who know how to speak to me. So that's what my whole life is. That's where I am. I tell you, I'm on a whole different level. I just want to be nice, talk nice. I want people to talk nice to me and be chill. I don't want any more. I don't want any drama. So I get it.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll let you start because I'm gonna try to do the male part. So
Okay.
guys, I mean, I don't know you guys if there's a second or two delay, but whatever it is, it's just gonna be that. So
Okay. Okay. You know it's true as trees are tall and autumn leaves do fall.
oh, and it sometimes rains in paradise, and even the warmest heart can turn to ice.
I know it happens to us all. Every kind of people fall.
And after all the tears are gone, do we have the heart to carry on?
Here and now, still
Still
somehow,
somehow.
you're still a
Oh,
friend of
friend of
mine. Oh,
mine,
you're still a
still a
friend of
friend of
mine.
mine,
You're still a
still a
friend of
friend of
mine.
mine,
You're
oh,
still a
still a
friend of
friend of
mine.
mine.
You're still a friend of
Friend of
mine.
mine,
You're
oh,
still a
still a
friend of
friend of
mine.
mine.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh! Woo! Was that really like late, you guys? Were the vocals all late and stuff? I have no
It was
idea what it
kind of like
sounded like.
it was cool. It was cool. It was
I
cool.
don't know. It's lots of fun. So
Yeah.
before we let you run, I want you to tell
Mhm.
us anything that we need to know, where to find you, your new music,
Oh,
your social media, all that.
wow. Well, Maysa.com is the nucleus of everything. You just go and is a nucleus the right word? I guess it is. Everything you don't know about me is on Maysa.com. My website, my store is there. The Maysa store.com is there. My bio and all that stuff. And my social media links are also there. So you just go there and find everything about me. I have a little diary now, Great Start. I haven't updated it yet, but soon.
Mm,
Just starting the diary,
Mason.com. Wow.
I might
Oh,
get a guest book. Now remember old guest books? They used to be on the website. I
I
think I'm gonna
like
put that back. Yeah,
I
because it's
like
like
that.
it's a little bit more personal. So we're gonna do that very
I like
soon.
that. Well,
Hmm.
I mean, thank you so Motif. I look forward to, spending more time with you and listening to your
Okay.
music. And I know you write all your songs, but I might just have to write you a song. Oh yes,
Oh, I
thank
would
you.
love that.
Rhonda just reminded me. I meant to talk about kitchen karaoke Sundays. How
Oh
dare I?
no.
Thank you,
It's all
Rhonda.
good. It's all good. It's all good. Kitchen Karaoke Sundays, we started that 5 years ago in March of 2015, 2016, 2015. I don't know. What year is it? 2016.
It's
And
always
I started it because, of course, the Walter Beasley, again, are encouraging me to try new things. And he said, Mason, you got to do this Facebook Live thing. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And so I just did it one night to introduce my new website. And from there, every Sunday, I just said, I'm going to sing a couple songs and say, come to my website and, all that kind of stuff. And then the people that were on, they were like, Mason, can you do this again next Sunday? And I was like, okay. So it
yeah.
became just a 30-minute, little concert, and now it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Every
I
Sunday
mean,
night.
yeah,
Almost
I mean,
every Sunday night.
I could see how that could happen. Even with this show, this is new to me. Doing this platform is new to me, and I'm doing my best to try to honor all the artists that come on here, and I'm
Dude,
grateful
great
for
job, babe.
you. And, thank you. You taking your time, and everybody who's watching now. Thank you
Mhm.
for tuning in to watch us. I know you love
Yeah.
me, so I appreciate it. I'm feeling a little of that love too. I know it, and I appreciate it. And having Sophia in the back helping us pull it all together. So it really does take a village, and I'm just really grateful. So I want to thank you for all of that, for everything that
Thank you,
you've
babe.
done, and all that you bring to our lives with your beautiful voice.
Oh,
So
same to you, honey. Absolutely.
I
Same to
appreciate
you,
it.
Kelly.
I appreciate it. So I'll see you soon.
Yes.
Everybody, let's give Maysa a big round of applause, everyone. I can hear you in your living rooms, in your cars. Let's get it going.
Thank you, babe. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, baby. Take it easy. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Wow. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know if Sophia has that video up that we were trying to show earlier either. I'm not even really sure. But I want to thank you all tonight for tuning in to see Maysa. I don't know who our guests will be next week because I have a couple people that are trying to work out their schedules to be here with us. So we'll see how that all is going to play out. Any questions? Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Aria, Sarah, Ro, Linda, Andrea, Berthon, Tanyelle, Keeneth, Doran, Suzanne, Linda, DJ Drez. Did I get everybody? Am I missing anyone? Michelle, Britt, Cherie, Michelle, Andrea, Harren. Is that it? Stephanie, Carvana. I hope I caught everybody. I hope I did. I don't have everybody's phone numbers to call them, like Maysa did. So I just have to say it right here, right now. Sophia, do you have that video or not?
I don't.
Okay, no worries. Don't have to worry about it. Anyway, you guys, I do have a new single. It did come out. It's called Over and Over. And hopefully, oh, maybe you don't have it because I have it, but never mind. It's not important. If you go to my socials, it's on Facebook. It's on incognito. Not incognito. I'm sorry. What do you call that thing? Instagram. Because I have incognito on my brain. Anyway, so in a couple of weeks, we also have Deborah Bond coming on. We have a ton of other big people coming on. We have Rachel. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And legends coming through. So thank you all so much. I love you for being here tonight. And I see you next week, next Tuesday, 8 p.m., when my guest will be announced at some point this week. So thank you all. Have a good night.
Bye.
So long.